Hi, fourth graders, Mrs. Youngs here. Just reviewing a problem from tonight's homework. It's been a little while since we've done the division, and today we are adding a little bit of length to our algorithm. So I'm going to go through both the discs and the standard algorithm for this first problem. This is on the back, number 2A. So for our discs, we're going to make a chart that has 3 columns, a spot for the hundreds, a spot for the tens, and a spot for the ones. And we have 6 hundreds, so we're going to make 6 discs, 4 tens, and 8 ones. And then we're going to divide our section into 4 pieces because we're dividing by 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4 sections. And we'll start by splitting up our hundreds. So I've used 4. And I have 2 left over. So the first one is going to have to come over here and be unbundled because we cannot equally divide these 2 amongst the 4. And then our second one is also going to come over. And we're going to make 10 dots for that. It is also being unbundled. And now we can begin sharing the dots. So I'm going to start by putting in 4, crossing out these 4. And then I'll do 4 more. Get rid of 4. 4 more. 4 more. 4 more, and then finally the last 4, and I'm done with the tens. Then I'm going to move over to the ones, and I have nothing left over. So my answer is going to be 162. And students should be noting that this dot process is becoming more cumbersome. In class we said it's just more of a pain in the rear, and the reason we go to an algorithm is because it's a much more efficient way of solving a problem. So I'm now going to go ahead and do the same problem with the algorithm. This is going to help me check my answer, and I'll also point out some connections between the dots and the algorithm. So I start by saying how many groups of 4 can I pull out of 6, and I can pull out 1. 1 times 4 is 4. Subtract and bring down just the 4. Then I'm actually starting over, divide again. How many groups of 4 are in 24? There are 6. Multiply back down. 6 times 4 is 24. Subtract, and now I bring down the 8. How many groups of 4 are in 8? 2. 2 times 4 is 8. I have nothing left over and nothing else to pull down. I'm also noticing that my answers are the same. It's always a good sign. So I know I've completed the problem at this point. But just some things to think about. When 4 went into the 6, we were dividing 600 by 4. That's where the 1 came in, and that's why we have 1 in the hundreds place. After we subtracted those 4, and we had 2 left over, these were the 2 up here that we had to unbundle into our tens. We added 4 tens with that, and then we pulled out 6 groups of 4, which happens to be these 6 right here, for a total of 24. And we brought down our 8, and that happened to be the 8 ones that started here. And there are 2 in each group, which is where the 2 comes from. So there are some real clear connections between our algorithm and our place value discs.